Good morning, you guys. It's Charlotte and you're tuned into Curly Crafty Content. Today's video, I'm going to take you all along with me, and I'm going to be honest, this video is going to be a little all over the place because I actually went out last night and to do Uber Eats after work, and I get off of work at 11 o'clock at night, and I wanted to kind of show you all how busy it can be. Unfortunately, what happened was it was not busy at all for Uber Eats last night. I did one trip, and I think that one trip landed me like $4.60 but I'll show you all everything with buttons suppressed. I give you all a few tips and pointers and I go over a few things and give out some information, some apps that you all can use. So I'm not going to put as much information into this video as I did last night, because last night is raw footage of me being out and doing it. I'll show you all how much I make and all of that. And I set a really simple goal last night. I said that I wanted to make $20 or $25, I think I said in the video, before midnight. I didn't get my first order till around like 11:30. So in the place that I went to, because as you all know, after like 10, 11 o'clock, certain restaurants close on the inside. When I got to that particular restaurant, I had to get in. I had to, go through the drive-through versus typically you get out the car, you walk in, you go get your food, and you're right back out with Uber Eats. Because Uber Eats was so slow, you guys, I decided to try Postmates, and just excuse the. I just want to apologize for the frustration now, because Uber Eats kind of gives you tutorials on how to do it. Now, when I sign up for Postmates, unless I missed it, and I'm sure someone's going to bust me in the comment section and say, well, there's training here, there's training there, and there are thousands of videos on YouTube that I could have watched about Postmates, but I figured if I could figure out Uber Eats, which Uber Eats is very easy to use, then I could possibly figure out Postmates. I was like, it can't be that much different, right? Wrong. But I will say that although there were a lot of things I disliked about Postmates, you guys, there was one thing in particular, which was the pay with Postmates. The comment section is open for you all to make your comments, ask your questions, but I did give a good bit of detail last night while I was driving, and another apology, you guys. It's dark. It was late at night, so I gave you a little bit of light here and there, but really it was you in the car with me at night doing these trips. So last night was my very first time doing Postmates, and then, like I said, Uber Eats let me down. I love Uber Eats, but it just was not busy. Sometimes it is. I live in Fairburn, so I pick up Fairburn, Union City, Tyrone, Fayetteville. I've gone as far as downtown Atlanta, Camp Creek, Old National, that sort of thing. So Atlanta, anywhere in my surrounding area close enough to me. So when I started with Uber Eats, their promotion was if you did 10 trips, you get $40. My very first night with Uber Eats, you guys, and I'm going to show you, I made $105. But you guys, you can cash out up to 4 times a day. What helped me to get to that $105 was the $40 they gave me for the 10 trips. What I love about Uber Eats is after 20 trips, I got $20 on them. So, and I have actually ordered, and I'll put the clip where I ordered Subway one day from them in there. And then there was another time where I think when I got to my 40 trips, I believe they gave me 30 or 40 trips. I got $15 on them to order through the Uber Eats app. So not only do you get paid to pick up and deliver food, you guys, you also are going to be able to eat on Uber Eats behalf. So that's great. There was a day where I just was not about to cook, didn't have the time. I just wanted to drive all day. When I got home, I'm like, you know what, let me just order some Subway, and that's exactly what I did. So I'll put that clip in. Y'all, I was really hungry, and I sound horrible because there's pollen all over my car. So yeah. So the perks of driving Uber Eats also is that they feed you. So you drive, and after you get a certain amount of, like, I think my first 10 trips it was $20 off on them. And then today I did like a few more trips, but I somehow got 15 off. So I just got me and Novi some sandwiches, steak and cheese sandwiches, and my favorite macadamia nut cookies. So yeah. Guys, we're going to get into it. Uber Eats and Postmates up, you guys, because I just wanted an extra $200 a month and just some extra money. I mean, it's been days where I'm like, I just need like $25, where I just need gas, and I'll go out and do a couple of trips. So, and I also want to add, when I made my $105 the first night with Uber Eats, you guys, I was not driving for a long time. I was out for a few hours during the day, and I went back out at night, and it just was picking up. It's really simple to do. I've also signed up for Lyft. I'm not going to make a video. I don't think I'm going to make a video for Lyft, but I have signed up for Lyft, you guys, and way my anxiety is set up, it's just not really for me, but it is quick money, it's easy money, it's fast money, and I enjoy talking to people when they're in my car and all that good stuff. But because I'm toting food so much, sometimes I try to kind of give my car a couple days to kind of breathe. And I just got for work. It's 11:08. I just turned the app on, so I'm going to give it a second. I'm still close by my job, and in this area, I consider it as a hot spot because typically when I drive by this area or if I'm sitting close to this area, I usually start to get trips. So I just went online. You all probably just heard the noise. So that was from earlier. I made $30.80. So it's saying finding trips, and it says I'm online. So we're just gonna wait and see what we get. Hopefully you all can see me okay. This is not the best setup, I understand, but just until I can get something else rigged up, we're gonna have to do it this way. So while I'm waiting, I want to come on and say, I know a lot of people don't particularly care for sometimes the wait time with Uber Eats, but you all, I mean, that's just part of doing Lyft, UberEats, Postmates, Grubhub, things like that. Like, you're gonna have to wait. Sometimes it can be, the longest I've waited is maybe, it's definitely been like an hour or so. And like my very first time that I used Uber Eats, I cut it on at 7, and I probably didn't start getting trips till like 9:30 that morning. And then see, I just cut it on a few minutes ago. So you know, you kind of, when you start doing this, you can't get discouraged because a couple of minutes go by. One of the tips is when you all, once you've picked up the food from the restaurant, get in the habit of looking at any instructions that the customer may have left for you. For example, those that live in gated communities, some will leave the gate code number, the suite or the building number they live in, and then they will actually give you step-by-step directions. And another cool thing is sometimes you'll be driving and they'll give you that information while you're on the way there, and the app will read it out loud to you, so that way you kind of hear what's going on. So, but before you even leave the restaurant, get in the habit of doing that. That way, you know, if you're going to a gated community, you already have the gate code number in mind and you're ready for that when you get there, versus getting there and having to call the customer. I will also add that they need to make it to a point where they let people know who are using the Uber Eats app. They need to, for sure, before they even send off or finish completing their order, if they live in a gated community, it is necessary, it is needed to give that information, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten somewhere and someone forget to give me the gate code information, and then it's a phone call or we're texting back and forth and I'm sitting literally at the complex. Another tip, you guys, because I've seen all the crazy comments. A lot of people leave a lot of negative comments about Uber Eats, and the only complaint I have really is when you go to gated communities and they don't leave you information. That's probably the worst thing for me, and it's really not even a bad thing. It's just some people should be more mindful that, okay, yes, GPS is going to get us about to where we need to go, but we don't know the gate code to your neighborhood, so we need that information. When it comes to things like taxes, so, and obviously something's about to happen because it says you're in a busy area, expect trips soon, so we're probably about to pick up. But a lot of people talk about taxes, and so the thing is, you guys, with taxes, is a lot of this is a write-off. So I have like a teeny tiny little file folder. You could get them from Dollar Tree, and what you could do is actually every time you get gas, you keep those receipts. So I have all of my receipts. There's an app that I actually found about in the comment section on a YouTube video, and it's called MileIQ. And I had decided to go ahead after, because it gives you about up to 40 trips that you could do for free. So your first 40 trips that you do are free. You could log them, classify the drives and all of that. So with MileIQ, what it does is there is no start or stop button. It literally is tracking all of your trips that you make throughout the day. So all day long while you're driving, it's already doing it for you. It's logging every single trip that you make. It logs how many drives you've made. The miles driven is going to be in the middle, and then to the side is going to say logged. That is the potential amount of money that you could get back. Like I said, whenever it comes time to filing. And then also each month you could send a report. So at the bottom it'll say send March report, miles and how much money you could potentially get. And what I also like about it is the the classifying part. So for example, I have it now where anytime when I go home, like say if I go home and I go to my mom's house, right? I have it now to where it auto classifies because I fixed it. Because before I fixed it, it just would say because I live in Fairburn, so it would say Fairburn, and if I went to Union City, it would say South Fulton or Union City. So you go in and erase that, and I will put in home for my address, the starting address, and then for my mom's address, of course, I will put mom's house. And so what it does is it prompts, it asks you if you would like for the app to auto classify that for you in the future. And that's what I did. So now anytime I go from my house to my mom's house, my house to the school, my house to the gas station, my house to work, I auto classify those as personal. And that's what I meant to get. So how the app works is after you've made your trips, right, your starting and your ending destination, so you swipe left for personal and you swipe right for business. My camera's not, oh, it's focusing a little bit. So here's my MileIQ app, you guys. So this is a trip that I made this morning. It says Union City to home. That was a personal trip. I went to Walmart and then came here. So I'm just going to swipe left for personal. And then this two, let's see, I already auto classified one of them. That's eyeliner, you guys. Just, I don't know. I'm not good at anything. So that's Walmart, and then I don't know where I went. I don't remember, but that's personal, so we're just gonna swipe it. Mom's house to Walmart, that was personal. So I have everything. I'm all caught up on my app. So see, right here, 120 drives, miles driven, 987, and that's how much money it has logged for me as far as what I've done for March so far. So that's pretty much what it looks like, you guys. And like I said, I pay $6 a month for this, and I feel like it's worth it, because if you're going to be driving and you plan on driving for a while, then you for sure should get this app here. So, and that's all of my other driver apps too. They're all in, I have them pretty much set up in a folder on my phone.